Joho, and I can say this to his face, is a known bad drug dealer that should never occupy any public office and should be in jail for life anywhere in the world. They don't ask these questions. Joho, first of all, as far as I'm concerned, is a complete failure in all spheres of life, not just academically, intellectually, ethically, strategically, policy-wise. Everything about him is a failure. And on top of it, he's a criminal because he's an organized criminal selling drugs. We cannot have a country with no values, where everything goes, and people demand of you to be able to tell them, oh, Joe has not been convicted. How do you expect a criminal to be convicted in Kenya? Nobody gets convicted. The head of public prosecutions is in conflict with EACC because he wants, or he purportedly backdated a letter saying that he terminated a case against Oparanya so that he can clear the way for Oparanya to be a cabinet secretary. When everyone, even a gardener working for the government, must have EACC clearance certificate. But Oparanya apparently is not supposed to have one. So please, we are talking of a much more serious problem than this thing about grades. And yes, Marge is right, everybody else, Kingsman, I was not talking about every Kenyan and saying they cannot get to a point where they overcome this issue about grades. I said inability, incapacity to understand and to conceptualize public policy. That's not about grades. But a bit of a lengthy celebration of Thomas Joseph Odhiambo Mboya, the first Kenya's minister, cabinet secretary for economic planning in this country of ours called Kenya. Now, for those who don't know, Tom Mboya's highest formal level of education was not even Form 4. He dropped out because of lack of fees in Form 2. That is Form 2 in secondary school, Form 2. Tom Mboya, by all estimates, and this is everyone who is objective, who is neutral, who is unbalanced, who is unbiased, and who is intellectually knowledgeable about Kenya and the world, was one of the most brilliant Kenyans we've ever had. His grasp of public policy, his intellectual brilliance, his ability to deliver, both in writing and orally, his ability to conceptualize public policy and implement it, his ability to gather resources and use it ethically for public good was exceptional. I did that. I mean, I did that to Tom Mboya, who did not even have D-.
Hi everyone, my name is Alicia. I am a Gen Z. I just watched this vetting process and I have actually been shocked that one of the nominees had a D-. Now, I'm not saying that we should just consider education as a measure of your ability, but we cannot just underestimate its importance, right? An educated mind is better equipped to tackle complex problems, think critically and lead effectively. Now, if we put someone who has a D- as a cabinet secretary, I think we're just settling for mediocrity at this point. And also no, I mean, there are so many people who are more educated than this man and more equipped. I'm sorry that even I, with my bare minimum education, I feel like I can do better than this guy. So it should be that we're settling for excellence, because there are so many educated people here who are jobless. And another thing I wanted to say is that I'm not sure how this whole vetting process works, but I don't know whether they can bring up people like for something like a baraza so that people can talk, because it seems like they're not asking the questions that the people want to be asked, like the motivation behind you wanting that job. Like, okay, fine, you have so much money, a lot of money. What is your motivation behind wanting to get this job? Because that's a question that I've not seen people being asked. When you apply for college, when you want a job, they usually just ask you straight up, why do you want this position? We have not had that question being answered in a way that is clear to the people what the agenda is. So I really want to tell you guys, even when you go to maandamano, please don't forget to be asking these questions. Like, we shouldn't just settle for the bare minimum. Thank you so much.